Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. Welcome back. Little Hank Williams for you. You know what I think's great? No one ever hears what we talk about until the and everyone always thinks sometimes, it's a scandalous thing to talk about. This time, no. Just a little chat and a little water cooler conversation,
Yep.
How's everything going, Vicki?
It's going great. How about with you?
Oh, I'm excited. I got some Hank Williams bumping. I'm feeling pretty good about myself today, and I don't have to do anything in the afternoon, so I'm ready to get some interviews done. We'll be talking to Craig Hentrick. Thank you for letting me plug that in tomorrow. And we'll talk to the Marquette Catholic, really legend of football. But, man, I'm good. Talking to Vicki about 10 years in business. How have these 10 years been?
Fast.
Well, and before we go in, as you guys see, there will be a ribbon cutting tomorrow on the 28th of February at 3:30 p.m. at Vicki's storefront on Broadway. I would think, right?
Mm-hmm.
and with that being said, let's talk about the 10 years. How did it start? And really just as you look through the years, you got to see the area kind of grow, change, and watch it kind of grow up with you in a way.
Yeah, so when I started on Broadway, there was at one point, it was just the bistro, the general store, the gift box with Andrea, and myself. Everything else had moved out of Broadway.
Right.
And so it's interesting with all the shuffling that's going on Broadway to see what moves in.
Right. And now, as you're at the point where you're 10 years in, I can only imagine the relationships you've been able to build. And now, maybe talking to a few of the women that first started coming or men, 10 years ago, now you're talking to maybe their children or, that next generation. You're at that point where it's close.
Yes. A lot of the kids that were coming to me when I first opened are in college now. Mm-hmm. Which is crazy.
Well, and that's what I was wondering, because you're watching all these other folks grow and kind of watching them develop too. And that's why I think there's nothing more nothing more valuable than that aspect alone of that brick and mortar where you are, because you built up such a wonderful community that people truly are, growing with you, and you get to watch them too.
Yeah, I think that people might often forget that you're sharing in their experiences with them, their memories. You are part of their memories if they're doing a party with you. So
right.
When they look back through pictures, their experiences there. And so you want everyone that comes in to have a great time. So when they look at those pictures, 10, 15, 20 years later, they go, oh, yeah, that was a good time.
Right. Well, and that's a huge point of it, too, because, it's just not going to be hell, I know of, hearing my mom and her friends, my grandma and her friends, my dad and his buddies talk about those opportunities, and it lasts forever. And that's why I think what you do is such a cool thing, because you really do imprint on somebody's mind and those memories that you created a party on Broadway. When was the first party? I got to ask this. Let's go back 10 years.
10 years
first
ago.
First party.
My first party was February the 1st with Lori Warford out at Godfrey Meat Market.
What'd you guys do?
We painted a canvas.
Awesome.
It's had, kind of rounded mixed background with like a family tree in front of it. And so that was my first party, even before my first party in the shop.
Now, do you remember the first one in the shop?
I do. We did this Pinterest block project, and it had a few hiccups. But
can you explain? Because I'm curious about that.
So I had done the project before, and when we decoupaged it, so we papered and used Mod Podge to put it
Oh,
on,
gotcha. Okay.
in case you didn't know what that was.
No, I didn't.
And I had gotten some of the letters too big because the blocks were different sizes. So as you changed, I forgot to change them. And everybody that was there was really understanding and encouraging. One lady, I will never forget it. She, for years, is like, you need to do subway art. You need to do subway art. I was thinking about her the other day, and I thought, maybe something I'm going to do in my 10th year is that I'm going to finally do that subway art that she asked me to do years ago. And there's just only so many hours in the day that you can get everything.
Well, and too, I could only imagine, just how creative and fun you can be with what you offer. Because I manage the community calendar, and I add all the things on there. And every time there's always a couple of Party on Broadway classes that I add because they're so unique and it's something different. It's not, and especially for newer, maybe folks that never walked in or participated. I mean, what you offer is an experience. It's not just paint this and we'll move on. I mean, you give folks a really good set of hours to enjoy, create those memories, and come back for more.
Right. We're incorporating some educational into that.
Yeah.
So we had a Van Gogh series. I had interest in it, but nobody signed up, and I think it was because I had it over a period of time, weekly.
Yeah.
So we're going to bring some learning classes back that are like maybe 1 or 2 sessions. It's hard to keep a child entertained for 4 hours to do at least a couple of projects. So, but I think that'll be something that the community needs that nobody is offering that I'm aware of. And the kids need it because they don't really get art in the school.
Well, you're right, and especially that education, because whenever you get older, your interests are already kind of molded, and you don't have that opportunity to really expand the horizon. So to offer that, especially to give folks the opportunity, especially younger kids, to really learn about some of the history behind these paintings and what they mean and all of that, that's huge. You're right, no one else does that around here.
Yeah.
Really cool.
And so I had some adults say, well, can we attend the kid class? And it's like, yes, but you have to realize that this is entry level.
Right.
And I think it would be fun for adults, but it's not going to be as detailed as maybe an adult project would.
Oh, absolutely. And throughout the 10 years, do you have one event, one party that kind of is your holy grail of Party on Broadway, one of those cornerstones in the book?
It's hard to pick.
It's like picking kids.
It's hard to pick just one. Probably, I'll give you 2. When a family came in after a funeral, not that same day, but it was like a weekend.
Yeah.
And wanted to paint and have something to do with their loved ones that were in town. That was awesome.
I bet.
Because, again, they're trusting you. They're bringing you into when, we have this tragic event in our life. This is what we did. Mm-hmm. And another one was a lady connected her whole family together at the shop. Like, they had not all met each other. There was her and 4 brothers and sisters. And she was the common link to all of them.
I'll be darned.
And so there were about 30 people in the shop, and they all met. And so that was really cool.
Oh, my God. I got kind of chills thinking about that. That's incredible.
Yeah, she just totally trusted me. We had some conversations, and it was great. And I had a lady from out of town put together a family Christmas event, and that was really cool. It was for all of her nieces and nephews, and they came in and did their little Christmas party, and so that was a lot of fun. So
I just love it.
Yeah, you just never know how you're going to interact with someone and where that relationship will take you.
100%. And now as we're getting over to this we've already been talking for like 15 minutes. I love it. Well, before, as we talk about this ribbon cutting, you set your ribbon cutting up, and then you were chosen as small business of the month on top of it, correct?
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
So do you have 2 ribbon cuttings now or just one?
Just one.
Okay. So take me through the Shabuzi tomorrow. What can we expect around 3:30 at Party on Broadway?
We're going to cut the ribbon, and we're going to visit and get to know each other. And we have some snacks, and we're going to have a giveaway that we're doing. So hopefully you can stop by and check us out.
And reminisce. I know that so many of you have memories with Vicky. Come by, talk about them, take a few photos, share a few photos. Take a trip down memory lane. What's your message to the community after 10 years? Because this is not an easy feat.
No, it definitely isn't. And if you are not supporting not just my small business, but any small business, people need to do that, because without the community support, small businesses will not be here.
100%.
If your larger box stores aren't making it, small businesses do not get that same kind of foot traffic in there. And even if you just go in and buy something small, go in and support them, because they all need that, whether it's a storefront, restaurants, small businesses need the community, and the community needs them.
Well, 100%. And you've heard, I don't know if you've been in the studio, but I rant all the time because it's, we talk about all the greatness of Amazon, but go ahead and call Jeff Bezos to sponsor your Little League team. It ain't going to happen. And all of those community projects, the big box stores aren't going to help you. It's folks like yourself and other small businesses that, come up with some way to support the things going on in the community.
Yeah, we have partnered with a Relay for Life team to help them raise some money, and so we've got that going on in March. We're looking forward to that, but we always love to play with the community, and sometimes you have to take the money out of it.
You were down at the Christmas walkthrough too, didn't you? Sponsor
Yes.
That's what I thought. I remember talking with you about it, and I don't know what I had for breakfast, so I don't know how I remembered that, but I do know, and that's why I think it's great to have you on, because you're someone who puts your money where your mouth is, because I think it's fair to say there's some business owners that say support local, but you never once see them in anyone else's store.
Never see them.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
shopping, never see them sharing. Right. Handout, help me.
Exactly. And I'm not picking on anybody. But it's refreshing to talk with you, because you actually do the things that you talk about. You don't. It's not a do as I say, not what I do scenario with when I talk to you. It's so verbatim with how you interact in your day to day with the community too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. With that event with Masterpiece, I had a family come in and tell me how excited their kids were with the little pocket hugs that we handed out, because we not only sponsored it, we asked if we could provide our own giveaways, that they give out at the stations. And so we mirrored them to our scene, and having the one family come in and be so appreciative was worthwhile.
100%. 100%.
When you know that people appreciate what you're doing, you want to do more, so yeah, we'll definitely be a part of that next year. And
you'll be a part of the Broadway sector for years to come. And Vicki, I can't thank you enough for all the times you joined me on this show. Congratulations on your 10 years. And I hope to see you guys out there in a nice picture. Hundreds of people at Party on Broadway tomorrow for the ribbon cutting at 3:30 p.m. What's the actual address so they can put it into Google Maps now? It's 307 East Broadway. And when you go, just say, hey, I watched you on RiverBender.com and want to celebrate with you. Vicki, anything else we need to promote before you go? No, that's it. Just keep shopping local and supporting small businesses and keep me in mind. There you go. And whenever you have the opportunity, it's always a good time to party on Broadway.